morning everyone. In social science today we will do from the historical parts. So today's chapter is chapter number 3, that is anti-British rising and peasants revolts in Assam. So what is the meaning of the word peasants? Peasants are those caste of the people who rely on agricultural activities to earn the livelihood. And how those agricultural people, for those who rely on agricultural activities, revolve is against the British. So in this chapter we will know about that. So there was several reasons of this anti-British uprising. It's not that something happened suddenly overnight and we led the rebellion overnight. It's not like that. It is a combined frustrations of the people and then this disappointment, also this injustice done to the Indian people which led to the rebellions. So it's happened one by one. Like we can name it like the Sepoy Mutiny, Peasants Rebellions and also rebellion of the common people at the end. So this chapter is basically deals with how these peasants rebellions role in Assam itself and what was the consequences of the rebellions and what is the impact that it's had on Assamese subjects and Assamese people and also administrations of the Assam. So what was the status of the British administrations? Then all these things we will discuss. So the most important causes of the rebellion was the newly introduced revenue system of Assam, which make the people pay a very high amount of taxes. Also, there were no measures taken to develop of the agricultural system, which happened to be a source of reliable income for these people to pay the taxes. So these things were made tougher for the people and which made the furious because the sections of people who deal with agriculture like peasants and they were the one who led the peasants rebellions in Assam. Also, there were no measures taken to develop the agricultural system and help the farmer with their agricultures. So, now the question was from where to these farmers, these peasants and these people pay the taxes when they don't have their source of income efficient enough to pay the taxes. So, apart from the economy, we also have some other several factors that contributed in spreading the rebellions of the people, Assamese people against the British government. And they are firstly, the British administration was responsible for deteriorating the cottage industries in Assam. Assam had special demands in the Indian market, but their patronage of the British administrations to input foreign clothes industries materials affected these workers in negatively. So this may be counted as one of the reasons of their uprisings. And the second factor I would like to state is due to the lack of modern educations, the people, especially belonging to the aristocratic class, couldn't make it to the new administrations set up by the British. So, there were often that because it made them lose their power and also their privilege. Instead, people from other states, especially Bengali people, were assigned the post and given the power. So, the Aham they lost their privilege, its power, and these was the reasons that can be counted as the reasons to why these anti-British uprising took place. So, as a measure of fact, the abolitions of slavery took place in Assam in 1843. This made the slave free from the capture of the king. The British made them free, but then it was no use because they were transferred to newly established tea garden under them. So these happened, and also the affected the people who had these royal lioness, because they had to do these all mammal labors by themselves. So these made them more offended of introductions of imperialist laws like subsidiary lines by Lord Wellesley and doctrines of lapse where Lord Dalhousie deprived the kings and ruler of Assam deprived their rights. So they also supported these rebellions led by the common people eventually, and all of them came united to fight for the sake of nation. Next we will see about the revolt of 1857 and its impact on Assam. The revolt of 1857 had been the milestones of the modern Indian history. These revolts saw founded of East India Company and compelled the British government to bring some changes in administrations and other activities. The Indian soldiers, along with many other people from different sections, broke out the revolt on 10th May 1857. The leaders like Bahadur Shah Jafar II, Nana Sahib, Tatia Tope, Rani Lakshmi Bai led the revolt. The aim of the revolutionaries was to place Bahadur Shah as the Mughal emperor and end the British regime. In Assam also the discontentment of the people were rising against the dominations and exploitations of the imperial government. The revolt of 1857 gave the Assamese a golden opportunity to throw off the British rule and reestablish the Ahom rule. Some people from Brahmaputra Valley tried to instigate the people of Indian soldiers in British army to revolt against the company rule. With the break out of the revolt in different other parts of the country, some dissatisfaction was found among the soldiers of two regiments placed in Dibrugarh and Guwahati. And lastly, tension also arose in the sepoy barracks of Shivsagar and Sekhova. So this is all about our today's chapter. Thank you.